Alright, today is going to be a little bit different. I'm going to be doing audio. So, let's talk about this, right? So, before we begin talking about the great book that I have in front of me called The Creation Frequency, right? By Mike Murphy. Now, this technology, the book that he have written is a beautifully written book for those who want to have a meaningful life. I think that most often the world has become a factory machine through we push the message of the world. As we get older, I listen to a lot of um, uh, as they get older, we tend to drown out the noise of our heart. So before I do this book, let's yesterday I have, because I when you write before that, please take out a pen and a piece of paper or anything that you can write, and write on top of the page wants and of your heart, because I know that sometimes these things are difficult to imagine our reality. The rest of the world have not realized that they have the potential to truly take a pen, which only take a couple of seconds, but for me it take a couple of days, because I want when for me, I remember I was sitting a while back. I was reading Think and Grow Rich, and I'm trying to bubble ideas. Right, I was reading goals and trying to write down my goals, and I let time to it bruise what I wanted to do, because this is a creation of the imagination, right? Because it take a while for when you just sit in solitude or sit somewhere that you're at ease, you get to imagine that. But most of the time, we're taught that we should not do what we want or of our heart. Now, here's the thing. When you know a law of the universe, or when you know about this thing that people have been searching for, the secret or whatever, it's great that the secret has been mainstream, because I posted on my Instagram, but it does not deal with the aspect of the person or the individual, right? So when I do interview with people, right, it is to connect the dots between it. It's not enough to be able to say, yeah, I know the law of attraction. Yeah, it's not enough to be able to say, yeah, I know the frequency. Now, I'm not bashing on anything. I'm just saying, when we first start off learning about the law of attraction or the frequency of the universe, we get excited, so was I, that we can manifest anything. But along the way, what happened is we only stop there. We only stop at the vibrational frequency. We only stop there. But what ended up happening is we set goals that I keep saying it, but I guess it's not everybody are listening to what I'm saying. The reason being is because they're drowned out by the noise of society. Now, society wants you to, and Mike Murphy said, when you get older, you expect less and less for your dreams, and you stop dreaming for what you want. Now, I want to tell you, no matter what, even if you do know about the universal laws of all these universal laws, which people, I think that my message is stop wasting so much time studying these laws, because you can know these laws, but it is about creation, right? If we are in harmony with this law, it's about creating the lifestyle that you want. Now, it's not gonna look like what you think it looks like, right? And so oftentimes we don't write what we want, and we don't believe what we want. We don't accept. Sometimes we accept the reality. Sometimes when I sit back, I try not to accept the reality of how things are set. It's not set in stone. As we get older, we're conditioned by how your family culture is. Look, I believe culture is beautiful, but I think it's time. That's why I want to connect the dots, right? When I do interviews, it's about the individual, the human being, the connection with. I'm trying to connect and give you a sense of these people are doing amazing things. However, that they have trials and tribulations and challenges along the way. But they manifest what they wanted because, as Justin Perry said, it is a held thought. What you want in life is a held thought with persistence, and you're moving through the barrier between your heart and your head and what you really want out of life. And that's, it's life. Life is messy. We know life is messy, and then when we put this thing as if it was perfect. It's the same thing as people think it's, celebrities as God, but I don't, celebrity isn't God per se, but they have their own flaws. That's why I want to bring them on here, because so most people can see that these are nothing. These people, we put celebrities on a pedestal, and so we put ourselves down most of the time, and we say, we can't achieve. Who am I to achieve that? Who am I? What to do with that? So let's imagine where can we take your dream? Where can your dream? Start imagining, start playing, become child. Not become a child, but become a childlike, using your imagination. A child imagine where she can go. And so as we grow older, we expect less and less. We stop expecting good things to happen to us. So, most people believe in a lot of things that are ridiculous, right? Whether the belief that you have now will move you forward or hold you back. I have some belief that I must let go and program. It's not always easy, right? So, in this book, he talk about that the ancient knew, that's why in Hinduism they knew, in all the religions they knew that the frequency, right? When every time you move towards your goal or your heart, you move closer to the universe, towards yourself and God, because that's when you know about the universe. You won't know about God or the universe or whatever you call it by living someone else's dream for you, because you're diverting and diluting what you actually want. So when you stop living to your highest potential or whatever, your higher self, you disconnect and separate from the source. You're always connected with the source or the creator of the universe. It's just that you will be drowned out by a lot of things, and soon your intuition, you don't listen to it anymore, or you don't listen to with your heart anymore. You stop. You can do the good things in life, whatever that is. People lose. What was it? They lose a sense of meaning. Now, my friends say she don't believe in purpose. That's okay. my point being is, human beings need a sense of meaning in life or they won't live. And too many of the world, I think, which is crap, they put you and label you. And so you don't try anymore. You stop trying. So let's bring this into the creation frequency. Alright? So let's imagine where you want to go. What you want to be. Who you want to become. I think that the idea of what we write down may not look like what we imagine it to be, because we're always growing and processing and developing the awareness, because these goals allow us. Now, mine is different from a lot of things, because I realize, I guess I have to put it in there. I read the book Your One Word, by Evan Carmichael, and it helped me to understand what my one word is, and it's fantasy. So I'm going to be putting that in there. For me, even though things that hold me back, and it's still a fantasy. Like most people believe that dream doesn't come true, or it's unreachable, but I think that for them that is a fact. You see, whatever you believe to be true, that is, what they say, that is your reality. So my fantasy is much more different than most, because I think that I don't want. See, a lot of people will have regrets as they get older, and sooner or later, I don't want to have regrets for the thing that I didn't do, and that would be the interviews. Because if I delayed the interviews, I wouldn't reach people who needed my help. It's all about helping other people, even if it's look like, it's always like that, But also, I think that my purpose is to be able to, I see a lot of people who have the potential to be able to do things, but they lack the awareness and they lack the skill set to be able to achieve something in their life. Now, I may not be the top of the top, but I do know this. Even if I don't have everything, I'm still striving the best I can to be able to do the interview, even if I have setback and challenges, even if things doesn't really happen the way I want it to. That's life. When I feel like I have hard time, or my heart has been shattered or something, it's a setback, right? So what can we do then? Well, we can refocus. Instead of not refocusing our mind, we can refocus our mind, refocus what we want. So take the time and imagine and let your creative loose. Everybody said they're not creative, but they are. It's just that people put this in the category that they're not creative. Let yourself imagine, for God's sake. And for instance, the universe, right? So when we talk about the law of attraction, we're going to talk about creativity. The law of attraction, the universe has no bound, it does not know any limitation, right? About the quantum physics, right? About the atoms. About the weird stuff that happens, the smaller scales, right? About the slit experiment, the double slit experiment. About where the particle can be over there and over, the non-locality, right? We know that energy can be transformed and transfer. We can move energy. It can move through things, and it can. The universe is alive, right? It can sense. It can feel. So can we. The universe as a whole is always creating, destroying of things, and is creative in nature. and it always have the intention to create. And I was thinking about it, that it doesn't, no, the universe doesn't have self-doubt or self-limitation belief system like we do. It just create, right? I just realized that it just create what it wants and when it wants to, and it destroy what it wants to when it wants to. Like the black hole, it sucks things in. It's a giant vortex, right? A very powerful vortex, matter of fact. And so, what are we letting into our vortex? The vibrational frequency that we're letting in. We're sucking things in to our space. Because by focusing what you don't want, because most people don't have a goal to aim, therefore they're sucking in space of other people's opinions, thoughts, skills patterns, their behavior. They're sucking all that in, and they become that, and wonder why they don't achieve what they want it to be. And so today, the intention that you must have, he have 8 parts. For 1, being present tense, positive language, emotional, powerful, authentic, spirit of gratitude, what you truly desire, and eliminate judgment. Infinite possibility, upgrade as you evolve. Present tense, describe your intention not as future hope or dream, but if it were current reality, right, as if the outcome of the intention is already in existence. If the perfect scenario already exists, visualize how you see your life and evoke the way it feels when your intention is fully manifest, right from the outcome. Positive language. The universe does not understand negative language, words like not or terms of experience lack. Write in positive language, meaning writing about what you do want, not about what you don't want. What I told the mystery man I want to write, I'm no longer in debt. He explained that including the word debt communicate the vibration of lack. Emotional, powerful, and authentic. Use words, feeling words that activate your heart and elicit an emotional response. Emotion is energy in motion. When you attach a high frequency emotion to your intention, you supercharge them. It's not enough to add emotion to your statement. You need to envision yourself actually achieving your goals, and more importantly, feel the emotion that you give rise to them. Spirit of gratitude. Write from a place of gratitude. The kind of gratitude you feel if you had already received your desire. Gratitude is associated with positive emotion. What you truly desire. An essential element becoming successful creator is knowing what you really want. Your desire are an expression of uniqueness of your soul. Your intention should be what you truly desire, not what your parents, spouse, or friends think your life should look like. We're all programmed with belief of life should look like. Throw those out and write your desire as if it were a play child, not letting the care world dictate your full expression. Desire is powerful. Eliminate judgment. Honor your heart's true desire and trust that it is for the highest good of all involved. Do not judge anything your heart review as an aim. Allow your heart to play fully and be totally fulfilled. There's no ranking system for how worthy your attention is. Write intention from a space of infinite possibility. Don't squander your intention down to fit the size of your current consciousness. Write intention in a way that will cause your consciousness to grow in fulfilling them. Recognizing your limiting belief, don't let them influence how you write your intention. We humans are programmed to constantly second guess our life and ourselves in life. We are afraid to fail, and so we imagine every possible scenario that might trip us up. It is true. We imagine everything that we could fail or not. But I believe that, that's why the universe don't have the thought like we do. They don't second guess. They get, you know what? I'm going to create that star, bam. I'm going to, the star explode, bam. And then the gravity, the star collapse on itself and become a black hole. And then it, start creating and start sucking things in. So, I wish, that's the thing. The universe has no fear. It just when it want to create, it create. When it want to suck things in, it suck things in. When it throw out energy, it just throw. Actually, there's any, that's the funny thing. But we humans have feelings. We have self-doubt. We have, limiting belief because we accumulate through our life experience, through friends, families, or the tragedy of life, or what happened, or life throw at us, we become damaged. People become damaged, and so they stop believing in the possibility of what can happen. You know, you can tell a lot from a person's mindset and mind and what they say out their mouth when they say they can't do that, or they or they have negativity. I tell you a story once before. I actually never told this story before, but I might as well tell this. Me and my friend, we went to a seminar before, and it was by this guy. I forgot his name. It was but I have his book. He gave it out for free. But we listen to the talk over and over. It's redundant, but it's there. It's free. It was a great experience. I never went to an actual seminar, so I was grateful. But so of course I know toward the end they were upselling, right, the program to buy for people, but I would not do it because I already know about the term upselling. Upselling means after the people who use free seminars, it's just a sales funnel, meaning that they let you into the door and then get you full experiences, and then after that they upsell you to a back end product that they have. It's like a book. A book is just a front end of the product, and while they have the product up back end, right? And so toward the end they finished. There was this guy. He was a speaker, and he was talking, and then I didn't have any money, and I'm not gonna buy it. So I wanted to talk how he said goes, because at that time I wanted to know how he said goes. So I went up there. He's like, look, just go to whatever, get the program. Not because he didn't want me to. He wanted me to get the program before I talked to him. So he's like, no, just go. So I learned from that day on. I learned something, and before that happened, I learned about Twitters and how I can get CEOs or best-selling author attention by tweeting. So that didn't discourage me. But after he said that, my friend have so much limiting belief system, is so serious, that because he listened to what everybody else said, and it become true for him. And I hope that when he listened to this, I hope that he had to let that go. Those negative things, he was like, oh, he's just my friend told me, oh, he's just a douchebag or a dick. But that's just not believing in the possibility. I have a mindset of, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna face my fear. I'm gonna face a lot of things that most people don't want to face, And so my friend was holding me back from safety, while I want to not feel safe, because that's what human beings do. We want to feel safe from doing the thing that we should do. So what happened is, I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna, you're not gonna upsell me. I'm just gonna go up towards that. My leg was shaking. I was so scared. I was like, crap. My leg was like, oh man. So I went up there, and I still was scared, and I asked him how he said his goal. I didn't even hear what that. I hear some of the stuff what he said, because I throw in Gary V, because Gary V tweeted at me, for how he said, how whatever goes, or Gary. And then because I hear that the speaker talking about Gary V, and now and so I hear some word, but I didn't even hear what he said because I was so scared. But I was facing him, my fears. And he was like, oh, wow, this guy's actually didn't listen to what I have to say. He just went up there and faced his fear, right? So often that's the most so often that we don't face our fear, right? We let fear become the force that control our life. So most of the time I use use the word fear a lot, because it represents an idea, right? Will Smith said, "Do you want to become an embodiment of an idea?" I want to use the word fear, to be able to place it as not as a way to control, right? To be bondage of. That's a reminder for myself, and for a reminder of so many people in life. So I want to take the time to be able to say thank you so much for listening and tuning in to what I have to say. And it's great. Thank you. I honor you, and I honor you, every one of you. And I hope that by listening, that you do have to create the creativity, the creative power within you to create the circumstances that we do want, not what the outside look like. So I'll see you guys next time, and I hope that you enjoyed this audio program. I mean, not program, but audio, video, whatever that is. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.